when I was pregnant with him, we thought everything was great. We had multiple ultrasounds and all the prenatal care. And so when I delivered him, everything was normal. When he was born, you know, oh, healthy baby boy, 10 fingers, 10 toes, healthy set of lungs. He was screaming like crazy when he was born. And so we thought everything was fine till we started trying to feed him, like Dr. Wadie said, and he wouldn't tolerate feeding. He would eat, you know, just a little bit, and then he would vomit and scream, and it looked like he was in pain. And so, like Dr. Wadie said, after some x-rays, they told me that he needed to be rushed to surgery. They didn't quite know what was going on, but they told me he'd be transferred to RiverBend. And so everything from there was really fast and really, you know, scary, because something was wrong. His stomach was really swollen, and all that I got was pretty much, we need to transfer him, he needs surgery, and we need to go now. And so I think the quickness of everything was really scary.
Well, initially, Mateo presented here to Sacred Heart as a transfer from a local hospital. After one day of trying to feed him in the hospital, he was not doing well. His belly was getting more distended. He started to vomit, and he did not pass any stools. And these are, you know, when we put these together, we come up with a diagnosis of something called neonatal bowel obstruction. There are several causes of bowel obstruction in the neonatal period that can be causing the same thing. So he was transferred over here, and I met Carlos and Kayla, and we went over all the possibilities that this can be.
Hey, Dr. Wadie is one of those surgeons that can really explain things to you to where you can understand. So a lot of doctors have their, I guess, doctor speak is what I call it. And Dr. Wadie drew out pictures, you know, showed us that it could be this, it could be this, and really went over everything with us. So it helped us to understand what we would be facing. And so from there it was a lot more calming. I knew that we were here, which was great also, because a fear of mine when they initially told us he'd be transferred was that we were going to Portland. I thought for sure that we were going to be, you know, 2.5 hours away from our friends, family, and that was the most scary part. When I was told that we would go to RiverBend, I was completely relieved, because it's right here in town. We live here in Springfield, so it wouldn't be such a journey, since we could have our family and everyone close. From there, Mateo went into surgery, and Dr. Wadie did the ileostomy, and that was all new to us, and we kind of wondered, oh gosh, are we going to be able to deal with this? Is this going to be permanent? Is it temporary? It was just a lot of what ifs and, you know, what now type of thing. But Dr. Wadie, the nurses in the NICU, were real supportive, really helpful, and it just helped to kind of keep us at ease and let us know that everything will be okay. Another thing about his condition too is we thought he'd be a little bit slower at developing, that he would be small for his age, and he's actually pretty much for the most part stayed in about 50% for his weight, and he's been average on his developmental, you know, like crawling, walking, talking. He has stayed really on target with where he should be, which is great.
His prognosis is definitely not that as a normal kid, you know, growing and getting bigger, but as I said, he surprised us in all these respects, and he had been doing very well, and I expect him to continue to do well.
It's been amazing. It's nice to be local, as I mentioned before, just to be able to be close to family and friends, and we do travel to OHSU like Dr. Wadie said, but it's just for, you know, follow-up visits, and it's usually about every 2 months or so, so it's not too bad. And it's nice to have doctors and surgeons, for instance, like Dr. Wadie, that are so involved. If I have any late at night, there's been times early in the morning, late at night, where, as Dr. Wadie said, we have problems with diarrhea, getting dehydrated. And so if there's those times where I question him being dehydrated, instead of rushing to the emergency room, I can call Dr. Wadie for advice before we run out and, you know, have a hospital visit or whatnot. And Dr. Wadie's always the first to come, you know, see him in the emergency room, and is usually his primary care when we're here at the hospital. So it's really nice.
Bye. And then can you send kisses?